fucking cabbage. It's a fucking red cabbage. You can't keep getting away with it.
It's a cabbage! No, alexbale, you done it again! What's up guys, it's your boy Evan and we're here to react to something different, something new to the channel, but I couldn't resist doing it. And I'm talking about alexbale dropping theory about the cabbage guy. Why am I reacting to this? Why I'm reacting to this is because this is potentially a lore. I mean, even though it's canon or not canon, theories like this always intrigues me. I mean, I've been watching alexbale's theory from the SpongeBob to the Pixar theory, and honestly, when I saw the video drop about the cabbage guy theory, I was like, nah, there's no way I'm not going to check this out. And I decided, why not check it with you guys? I mean, I'm sure we're all Avatar the Last Airbender stands here, and we really enjoyed the show. That show defined my childhood. That show is a part of my childhood, and it's probably one of the top 5 show or top 3 show ever in my books. Okay, so I could not resist, and that's why I'm reacting to it. I'm gonna drop a link to his video in the description so that you guys can check the original video out. He is really good with this theory. I've been watching him for years, and I'm so glad that I'm able to do it on my reaction channel. So without any further ado, if you like this reaction, like, share, subscribe. We're on the road to 1k subscribers and you guys are killing it. I appreciate each and every one of you, and we're giving a shout out to each and every one of our subscribers. So if you want to have a chance to have a shout out on the channel, run it up, hit the subscribe button. Without any further ado, let's get into this video, man. Okay, alexbale, what do you have for us? This intro air.
The cabbage merchant.
Okay, that's clean. That was a clean edit.
Spy, and I
okay,
believe he is the true villain of Avatar, secretly
okay,
the events of both shows. And
okay,
he's cabbage bending.
we all do think he's doing that. I think he's cabbage bending as well.
This will be the most convincing Avatar theory you will ever hear.
Talk to me.
Cabbage theory.
Talk to me, Alex. I'm in. I'm going into the rabbit hole you're digging in.
So,
damn.
Avatar the Last Airbender. I'm guessing most people who clicked on this video have already seen it, but on the off chance you haven't, it's basically a show where some people can control one of the 4 elements.
Yep.
And the Avatar, the only person who can master
all 4 elements,
has to stop the Fire Nation from taking over the world. But why would
all of a sudden,
he vanished? That a random Earth Kingdom cabbage merchant is actually a Fire Nation spy and a cabbage bender, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Just a
I do.
running gag character. All we ever see him do is get his cabbages destroyed. My cabbages! My cabbages! My cabbages! Iconic! Think about it.
Okay.
We are told many times throughout the show that there are Fire Nation spies.
Yeah. He's probably trying to signal the Fire Navy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's a spy for the Fire Navy.
How do we know you're not Fire Nation spies?
Ooh, yeah, they did say that.
He's Fire Nation. He was sent to eliminate me.
But
they did
strangely,
say that,
we never actually see any of them. But at the same time, we know there must be spies out there because someone is giving Zuko very detailed information about the gang's whereabouts.
Yeah, that's true.
There have been multiple sightings of the Avatar.
I have never thought about this before.
And let me ask you this.
I have never thought about this
before.
before.
Who does the gang constantly run into throughout the entire show?
The cabbage guy.
The cabbage merchant. Okay, I know it still sounds like a stretch, but don't worry.
Yeah,
we're just getting started. In book 3, the gang goes to see a Fire Nation play all about their.
Was it Struggle Nation? Struggle Nation was talking about this, and they were like, "How is it that you know so many details?" And that got me thinking. For some reason, the cabbage guy came to my mind, and I was like, "Wait." Because in the intro, when Sokka was reading, it was like, and a surprisingly knowledgeable merchant of cabbage. I was like, that's weird. Is it possible that he's the one giving them?
You guys are not gonna believe this.
This part, exactly. I was just, yeah.
I'm the Avatar, silly. Here to spread joy and
because they had so
Basically
much
just Fire
information
Nation
about
propaganda,
them.
where the Fire Lord is shown as the good guy and wins.
Yeah,
in the end.
propaganda, yeah.
World is
Okay, mine. I thought we were gonna say ours.
But other than that, the plot of the play is surprisingly accurate.
To a detail. To a detail.
Jet, what did they do to you?
must destroy.
So
Yeah.
where did they get all of this information about the gang?
His sources
That's-
include singing nomads, pirates, prisoners of war, and a surprisingly knowledgeable merchant of cabbage.
I was just saying that! I just said it! Knowledgeable merchant of cabbage. Yes!
Why did the Cabbage
Surprisingly
merchant,
knowledgeable.
an Earth Kingdom citizen, help them write Fire Nation propaganda? Because he's actually
Wow.
a Fire Nation spy.
Wow.
Okay, wait. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. Maybe he didn't necessarily know.
Or maybe he's
he
just
was helping
upset?
the Fire Nation. For all we know, someone just asked him about the Avatar, and he was more than willing to complain about the guy who
Yeah,
has destroyed
probably.
his
Yeah,
cabbages many
yeah.
times.
Like he was just upset, right?
You know, he might be a little petty, but there's no reason to think he's secretly trying
Ooh,
to
the
take down
soundtrack
the
at the
Earth Kingdom,
back.
right?
He's trying to take down the Earth Kingdom? How?
Once everything's perfectly organized, I'll start working on my thesis.
How?
In book 2, the cabbage merchant tries to
Okay.
take the ferry to Ba Sing Se,
Yeah?
but he gets rejected by
Yeah?
the ticket lady.
Yeah?
told you already. No vegetables on the
About the cabbage slug,
could
yeah.
destroy the entire
The ecosystem of Ba Sing Se, yeah. I remember that.
He destroys his cabbages to
Yeah.
avoid risking cabbage slugs
Slugs.
from getting into the city.
I remember.
Now, this may seem like a bit of an overreaction, but Ba Sing Se is a closed-off, self-contained ecosystem. If the
Yeah.
wrong pest got in, it could quickly spread and be
Kill
devastating for the
everybody
city's
in it,
agriculture
yeah?
and economy. And
Yeah.
you know what's crazy about all
What?
this?
What? Talk to us,
She
Alex.
was right.
Really? Because he managed to get the cabbages in Ba Sing Se.
Really closely as the cabbage cart gets destroyed, you can just barely see a cabbage slug flying through
Whoa!
Destroy the entire
Whoa!
the air. Listen to what the lady says. A single cabbage slug would destroy
Yeah,
the entire
the-
ecosystem of Ba Sing Se.
Yeah.
If the cabbage merchant actually got into Ba Sing Se like he wanted, he would have personally been responsible for the downfall of the capital of the Earth Kingdom. okay, that's not like a
Yeah,
great
that's
look for the cabbage
true.
man, but you know, maybe it
That's
was
true.
just an accident. No, I refuse to accept that. Look at
Me
this guy.
neither.
He is so passionate and obsessed with his cabbages.
Off with their heads! One for each
Yeah.
cabbage!
Literally, his only defining trait is how much he cares
About his cabbages, yeah.
Does this really seem like the type of guy who wouldn't know if he had cabbage slugs? He's a Fire Nation spy! But why? I mean, he clearly has a vendetta
Why?
against Aang, but
Yeah.
why would he be intentionally trying to take down the
Ba
Earth
Sing Se.
Kingdom? Well, Aang is not the only one who destroys his cabbages. We've seen him try to enter both Omashu and Ba Sing Se, and both times Earth Kingdom bureaucrats destroyed his cabbages.
What kind of slum do you
Ooh.
think this is?
Security!
That's
And these are
that's
only
the
times
that
we
part
actually
makes
know
me
about.
laugh.
For all we know, this is a regular occurrence for him. And
Yeah,
then
like a
he's
gag, you
forced
know.
to watch as they immediately let Aang, his mortal enemy, inside directly after him.
My cabbages!
Enjoy your mushrooms.
We will.
Security!
And that's true. They were always Aang and the gang was always behind him. When they don't let him in, they let Aang in.
Alright, we scammed that lady good.
He didn't even have a ticket to get into Ba Sing Se. What
Yeah.
the hell? And when Aang does destroy his cabbages, and he tries to get justice,
You're gonna pay for this! Off with their heads!
Nothing
One for each
happens.
head of cabbage!
guess what the Earth Kingdom authorities
Throw
do
them a
to Aang?
feast.
What is your judgment, sire?
Throw them a feast. I remember every dialogue in Avatar.
The cabbage merchant has just as much reason to hate the Earth Kingdom, and I think the years of abuse and special treatment for the Avatar radicalized him into becoming a Fire Nation spy.
Really?
Attempting to take down the Earth Kingdom from within
Really?
using infested cabbages.
But then, according to the canon or to the lore, the series from when Aang came out of the iceberg to how it ended was less than a year. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but I think it was 6 months. Everything happened within 6 months.
And
I'm not trying to nitpick,
I
but
don't
I'm just
even
saying.
think this was his only attempt to do this.
I told you already. No vegetables on the ferry.
The ticket
Really?
lady says, "I told you already."
Oh.
This
So he
is not the
tried
first time he's tried
before.
smuggling cabbage slugs into Ba Sing Se. And when he tried to enter Omashu, listen to why the guards rejected him.
Okay.
Cabbages?
Rotten cabbages.
Rotten cabbage.
So he had
I think the
slugs
cabbage man
in
was
there.
once again trying to sneak in infested
Yeah.
cabbages into Omashu.
Yeah.
I think this time he actually succeeded. Despite being rejected and having his cabbage cart completely
still managed to
destroyed,
have
just
it
a few
in.
minutes later, we see him inside of the city with
Yeah.
a whole new cart full of
Cabbages. Yeah. Because that one is destroyed, yeah.
Like what? Did he just find a spare cart full of cabbages somewhere?
Yeah, normally
No,
you think it's
I
cartoon
actually
magic,
think
no.
These are the same cabbages. We know from Return to Omashu
How?
that there is a secret sewer entrance into the city beneath the gate,
A secret passage?
which is exactly where the merchant's cabbages were thrown.
No freaking way. Alex
I
Bill!
think the cabbage man went
Nah,
down there to
you're
retrieve his
good,
cabbages,
man.
discovered the secret entrance, and successfully brought the infested cabbages into
That's
the
a
city to weaken it
possibility.
for the Fire Nation. And
That's
you know
a
what's really
possibility.
crazy about this?
Whoa. Worked.
The next time we see Omashu, it's been conquered by the Fire Nation.
The Earth Kingdom city of Oh no.
Because we never really knew how it happened, yeah?
They even make a point
They
to
never
tell
really
us
showed
how
us.
surprising this is and how Omashu had never been conquered for the entire 100-year war.
I can't believe it. I know the war has spread far, but Omashu always seems
Impenetrable.
untouchable.
Untouchable.
So why is it now suddenly so vulnerable? It's because of the cabbage merchant. And this is also exactly what happened to Ba Sing Se. He was rejected entry, his cabbages got destroyed.
I
but
see
they
a
let us
pattern.
see him inside of the city with cabbages.
Say, yeah.
What did he take the fucking serpent's pass? And then shortly after he arrives and starts selling his cabbages, the city gets conquered by the Fire Nation. I'm starting to notice maybe a little pattern here.
There's a
Can't
pattern,
deny it,
honestly.
There's too many connections. The cabbage merchant is working for the Fire Nation to help take down the Earth Kingdom and spy on the Avatar. And speaking of which, how exactly is the cabbage merchant spying on the gang? Like, obviously
That's
they
a
bumped into each
valid
other a couple
question.
times, but
That's a
Zuko
valid
and the
question.
Ember Island players have a ton of information about the gang.
Yeah.
Here's what you missed. We went to the Fire Nation, and you got better, and I got a sword,
And Combustion
I
Man
Combustion
died.
Man
Yeah,
Like,
I remember.
way more than anyone should have. It almost feels like there's something else going on here. And if you don't believe me, I reached out to a certified Avatar.
Hey, I know
expert
him
to
of analyzing
see more
Avatar.
examples of the Fire Nation knowing things they shouldn't.
Right, so like in book 3, when everyone thinks Aang is
Hey!
Zuko's assassin combustion
Collab, I like it.
Couldn't have just been dumb luck 3 times in 8 episodes that he was just around, right? Seems unlikely. And how'd they know to put Toph in a wooden cell anyway?
That one too.
You in and collect a reward. Then you metal bend yourself
That
to
one
jail.
too, yeah.
Kind of
A wooden one.
A
They
wooden
knew.
one.
If you
They
think
knew.
about it, no one in the Fire Nation should know them that metal bending exists. Toph only created it a few weeks ago, and the only
Yeah.
people that have seen it are from the Earth Kingdom.
And they
the
died,
Fire Nation troops
pretty
aboard
much.
that ship who were probably just horribly killed by the serpent. And Toph never uses metal bending in her scams in that episode, only earth bending. So why in the world would the Fire Nation town guards think they use a wooden cell when they're not even aware that metal bending is a thing?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. Overanalyzing Avatar. So,
No, for
how
real,
could the
check him
Fire
out.
Nation
Videos are
possibly
awesome.
know all of this, especially the stuff in Book 3 when the Cabbage Merchant isn't even around. It's almost like the Fire Nation has another way to spy on the gang. A way that still involves the Cabbage Merchant, even
That
if he
shot
isn't
is
nearby.
so funny.
Okay, here's where my theory goes into full-on tinfoil hat conspiracy mode, so just
I'm wearing my
brace yourself.
tinfoil.
There's a
I'm
really
ready.
strange detail in the episode The Puppet Master. And
Yeah, I
episode
remember.
The Cabbage Merchant isn't even in. But
No,
still,
it wasn't.
I honestly think it's one of the strangest things in the entire show. In this
Okay.
episode, the gang goes to a Fire Nation market, and
Yeah?
Katara buys a cabbage. Except there's something very weird about this cabbage. It clearly has
A
very
face.
creepy looking face.
Yeah.
Like, huh? I swear
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
just, I
actually
never
in the
saw,
show.
I've
I
never
did not
seen
edit
this before.
in. It's never even acknowledged in the episode. It's just a weird, creepy face.
Maybe kind of
watching
like
the
a
characters.
Halloween
No reason.
thing.
Why in the world would the animators include this? It's so weird. Okay, so I have a theory.
Talk
But
to me.
what I'm about to say is gonna sound completely insane. It's probably
Let me guess. Let me take a guess. The cabbage man somehow turns humans into cabbages. That's why they have these humanoid faces. That's the best,
the stupidest
honestly.
possible thing I could say. But what if the cabbage merchant
Nah, that's
is
creepy.
using the cabbages to spy on the gang? Yes, I believe
How?
that the cabbage merchant is a cabbage bender.
How?
Okay, wait, don't
I-
go. I know that.
No, I'm here.
Stupid,
Yeah,
I
but
swear,
yeah, talk to me how.
Just hear me.
I
out.
wouldn't say it
In
makes
this
sense
show,
too.
there is a precedent for being able to spy on people through vegetation with the swamp.
I think I know how to find them. Everything is connected.
No way. No way. This actually might make
It isn't even just like an
sense.
avatar power either. Toph can use the swamp vine.
Yeah,
to
in Legend
literally
of
see
Korra.
the entire world.
I'm more connected
So,
to the world than you
is
ever
he a
been.
water
I can see Sue and
bender?
Lynn,
No.
Zaofu and Republic City. I see everything.
Plant bending?
Obviously, this cabbage is not part of the swamp.
It's-
but
yeah,
a main
okay.
theme of Avatar is how separation is just an illusion and everything is connected.
I get how the tree is one big thing, but the whole world?
Sure. You think you're any different from me, or your friends, or this tree?
The greatest illusion of this
I
world
remember.
is the
Illusion of separation.
Things
You think are separate
different
are one big living
are the
organism.
same. Even the separation of the four elements is an illusion.
We're all connected. Everything is connected.
So everything in this world, including the cabbage merchant and cabbages across the entire world, are connected. And I think the merchant is somehow tapping into this connection to spy on the gang. I think like technically you could do this with anything in Avatar. He's just like really honed his ability on
Yeah.
cabbages. He's
Yeah, like maybe it's water bending. That's what I'm asking. Is he a water bender? Because
cabbage bending, and I have evidence to prove it. This weird spiritual connection to cabbages explains why he's so obsessive and protective of
about
them.
cabbages.
One for each head of
That
cabbage.
And it also
true.
explains why he's constantly feeling them for some reason. He's not just randomly caressing a cabbage, he's connecting with it through cabbage bending. And if you don't believe me, one time while he's feeling a cabbage, we can see him literally sense the gang coming. Like, yeah, there was a falling sound, but if you listen closely, he senses them before
the
he can hear
sound.
The sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
He sensed them through the cabbage. This also
Okay.
explains how he would have been able to find
To
the
find the
secret entrance into
cabbages.
Omashu. His cabbages fell down near the entrance, allowing him to sense it. I know it sounds crazy, but the evidence is here. The cabbage merchant is
Honestly,
cabbage bending. Every time we see cabbages in this show, the merchant is using them to spy on
And
the
there are
gang.
cabbages
He
when
is
they are there
always
too.
watching them. He's not just some random funny background character. He is a highly skilled double agent working for the Fire Nation. And if you still, after all of this, don't believe that, then let me ask you this.
Okay.
How did a failing cabbage merchant get enough money to start an
Cabbage Corp
extremely successful
in Legend of
technology
Korra.
company in the Legend of Korra?
I thought it was just a gag, man.
Trusted name in technology.
I thought it was just a gag.
No! Not my cabbage corp!
They even built a massive statue of him in Republic City. They don't just hand these out, not even Katara
Yeah.
statue. The cabbage merchant built his empire with blood money he was paid by the Fire Nation to take down the Earth Kingdom. And he has gone on to become one of, if not the most rich and powerful people in all of Avatar.
It's time for you to get
Wow.
your being super powered. So stop straining your eyes and start.
Honestly, if Avatar were to have a spin-off for uncanon events where they create something along this line, I believe this is gonna be the path that they're gonna take, especially with the Cabbage Merchant. Like, we're gonna get side characters, backstory on the side characters. I believe this is where they're gonna go through with this, because
Alright, there you go. Bet you didn't expect the My Cabbages guy to be the true villain of the show. You know,
it makes
at least he
sense,
doesn't
honestly.
seem to be doing it anymore. In fact, in Legend of Korra, his company is actually the main supplier of airships for the Earth Kingdom now. So, you know, it seems like he's gotten over his grudge. Maybe this is even his way of trying to make up for all the damage he's done to the Earth Kingdom. You know,
knowing
maybe the
Alex
story
Bale,
actually has
there
a
is something
happy
coming
ending
at the
after all.
ending. No.
Don't worry, I have a plan.
Tell
These
us.
airships that Cabbage Corp sold to the Earth Kingdom are way cheaper than the ones Future Industries built. Now that's just shoddy workmanship.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it's sabotaging
Oh my
them.
god. He's still fucking doing it.
The controls are busted. It's not my fault this airship's a hunk of junk.
Even generations later,
It's
the Cabbage
sabotaging
Merchant
them.
is still secretly weakening the Earth Kingdom.
Yeah.
But why? Is he still working for the Fire Nation? Wait a second. No, he can't.
No, the
be.
Fire
In
Nation
Legend
are
of
good.
Korra, the Earth Kingdom and the Fire Nation
Yeah.
are not enemies anymore.
Yeah, don't
The
tell
Fire Lord-
me the Fire Nation is still doing bullshit behind the scenes. Now that's gonna catch me off guard, and I'm gonna believe, but part of me is still gonna believe you, but part of me is still gonna be in denial.
Is even like super against the
Yeah.
idea of fighting the Earth Kingdom.
They were like
Nation has spent
on the
too much
on the
of its history
cover.
fighting nonsense wars, and I refuse
They
to
were
drag
on
my
the
nation into
cover.
another one unless there's no other choice.
Why is the Cabbage Merchant still doing this? Who is he working for?
The Equalist? The Red Lotus?
How did I miss this?
The Red
The
Lotus.
Cabbage Merchant is a member of the Red Lotus. The Red Lotus is an anarchist organization from Legend of Korra before
Whoa!
Lotus spies out there, even though we never actually end up seeing them.
And even with Zahir locked up again, we still don't know how many Red Lotus members might be out there, hiding.
That makes
Sounds
sense!
familiar? They hate governments and secretly
Yes!
take down the Earth Kingdom from within. That
Yes!
actually kind of reminds me of someone. They hate the Avatar.
The Avatar!
Tried to kill her.
Yes!
Destroy the Avatar.
Off with their heads!
Yeah.
We're each have cabbage!
And each member of the Red Lotus is a highly unique and specialized bender. Cabbage bending. No, that's crazy. He can't be. He's not an anarchist. He's just the funny cabbage guy.
No, Alex Bale, you done it
The
again!
Red Lotus is a group that originally split off from the
From the White Lotus, as far as...
But after the 100
Yeah.
War, the White Lotus
Yeah.
lost its true purpose. Its members came out
Yeah.
of hiding and openly served the Avatar.
And you know, you'd probably think that if they're just like the White Lotus but more extreme, their logo would probably be just a red version of the White Lotus's logo.
But wasn't
but
it?
No. They did a full-on
Oh, yeah,
redesign.
it was this one.
It doesn't even look like a lotus flower anymore. But you know what it does look like?
A cabbage.
A fucking cabbage! It's a fucking red cabbage! You can't keep getting away with it!
It's a cabbage!
Okay, bye! Thanks for watching my funny cabbage video. Goodbye! I think I might have really fucked up my voice on this one. Yeah, that's my theory. Thanks again to over...
Speechless. I was still trying to process what just happened, but anyways, that's my reaction, guys. If you like this reaction, like, share, subscribe. We're on the road to 1K subscribers, and we're giving a shout out. So if you want to have a shout out on the channel, subscribe. The cabbage guy has been doing this all along. Now, alexbale, you're a genius, and over analyzing Avatar. Shout out to you too. Damn.